That's that music.
Fuck like fuck, feeling smoke, propane. Pussy fuck, at the crib I can't feel pain. Black on black, lungs, black boots, gang. There's a snake in my boot, I can't feel pain. Non-flesh, yo, like my pussy's wet, yo. Clip right with the tank, yo. You might need a vest, ayy. FTP my chest, yo. She seen my arrest, yo. She think that I'm viral, yo. This bitch would like to have sex.
A snuff film is described to be a video that is sexual in nature, showcasing a real-life homicide, distributed for monetary gain in a similar fashion to dingy underground fetish porn. The term itself was coined sometime in the late 50s and early 60s, but gained popularity in 1971 upon the release of the book, The Story of Charles Manson's Dune Buggy Attack Battalion, which contained an interview with the former Manson family member who claimed to have made some themselves. Coupled with the controversies tied to the gory exploitation films of the mid to late 70s, with the most notorious one of them all literally titled Snuff. However, film studies professor Bose Hagen suspects the medium could have existed as far back as 1907. Throughout history, the concept kept popping back up into public consciousness, mostly as rumors, conspiracy theories, unproven confessions, or murderers filming themselves doing other shit to their victims besides their actual murder. Though it wasn't until the internet age when gore videos became more easily accessible, with numerous websites hosting videos of real-life mass shootings, assassinations, suicides, cartel and terrorist executions, and so much more as a way of documenting the darkest parts of reality mainstream media refuses to properly acknowledge nowadays. With one notable case coming from Canada. In 2012, struggling gay porn actor Luca Magnotta would upload a video of himself lacerating, dismembering, and then fucking the corpse of 33-year-old Jun Lin, aka Justin Lin, a gay man from Wuhan, China, who came to Canada with the intention of becoming a computer engineer. Luca would later upload the video to the now defunct shock website bestgore.com. Side note, also in 2010, Luca Magnotta uploaded a video to YouTube titled One Boy, Three Kittens, where he could be seen suffocating the kittens with a vacuum-sealed bag, which was the subject of the famous Netflix docu-series Don't Fuck with Cats. However, none of those examples really count as snuff films. The only incident that even comes close to legitimate snuff film territory, according to public knowledge, is this one infamous case from Germany. On March 9, 2001, a computer repair technician with a cannibalism fetish named Armin Muse would meet up with a telecommunications engineer named Bernd Jürgen Brands. The two met on a dark web chat room website called Cannibal Cafe, which was, of course, a place where real-life cannibals logged on to talk about whatever the fuck cannibals talk about. Bernd agreed to let Armin murder him, dismember his body, and then eat the body parts, which Armin proceeded to do over the next 10 months. Armin would only take the life of one other willing participant before being arrested after some university student discovered one of his advertisements. When the police raided Armin's home, they found numerous videotapes containing the murder and dismemberment of Bernd. It's unknown if Muse ever sold copies of the videos to anyone, but he was selling pictures of the murder to his contacts on Cannibal Cafe, but neither the pictures or any videos have been released to the public. Despite all of that, for the longest time, snuff films have remained somewhat of an urban legend, Like, sure, people get murdered on camera every day, and the fact that there are whole-ass websites dedicated to hosting such videos and multiple fetishes related to gore and or cannibalism clearly shows that there is some type of market for this type of shit. But nah, there's no way snuff films could possibly exist. Here's where I ruin your day. Around February of this year, 2025, a video was being sold around Telegram channels under the name The Vietnamese Butcher. But it wasn't until fairly recently when word got out to the internet at large. I myself discovered this video while editing the second part of my fucked up South Park episodes list. The video starts with an Asian man lying naked on the bathroom floor, beating his dick before another naked man comes in with a meat cleaver and almost instantly starts chopping away at his neck with disturbing precision. There's also another, much longer version of the same video filmed at a closer angle, where we can see the killer lifting the head off the floor, possibly displaying it for whoever else was in the room, before putting the severed head back on the floor and washing the blood off his naked body in the shower. Screenshots confirm, however, that there's a separate video where the butcher is cutting up the body and disposing of the body parts he wasn't gonna eat later. A photo was taken of the killer, proudly holding up the severed head. The fact that this photo exists proves that there was at least one other person involved with the murder. Also shown in the video is the killer's tattoo. People in the comment section for the forum post about this killing on the website watchpeopledie.tv, which is where I discovered this video to begin with, have pointed out that the tattoo says, quote, "That day 13-9. Or 13th of September. As of right now, any significance in that tattoo's meaning is unknown. The killer would also film a third video, where he showcases the victim's still freshly severed head on a dinner plate, while his severed hands, feet, and cock and balls are displayed on the table. The killer shows off a bucket full of the victim's meat, a pot full of the severed limbs, and the sink full of the victim's organs and intestines. And then he puts the victim's severed penis in his mouth before the video abruptly cuts off. The video I'm showing right now is the killer and the victim foreplaying, I guess. As you could have guessed by the theme of this video, the victim's named, I'm just gonna call him Dat, was a willing participant as he had a fetish for being beheaded. This fetish is called auto-assassinophilia, something I did not need to know ever existed, yet here we are. The victim would go by Dat Behead or Dat Beheading on numerous social media and forum sites, including watchpeopledie.tv, where he would openly discuss his fetish alongside sharing his actual phone number, and it said that he was doing so as far back as 2018. An investigation was started, and Dat's mother was made aware of her son's brutal fate, but unfortunately the case has run cold, as the killer had ample time to cover his tracks and or flee the country at this point. But the impact of this video is still being felt throughout the internet even months after the story broke out, being a topic of interest for YouTubers such as Disturbed Reality, Lost Prophet, Cold Raven's Nest, and myself. I think what got me interested in this topic personally was the fact that, unlike your average murder video, not only was this done voluntarily on both sides, but mostly the fact that the killer is still on the loose. At least with cartel and ISIS videos, we could take comfort in knowing the fact that the people committing those atrocities are probably dead by now. But with how happy the killer looked in the photo, how eager he was to drop the blade, the precision in which he done so, and the fact the killer went out of his way to set up multiple camera angles and document the dismemberment, proves to me that this man has killed before and is likely to do it again. How many more videos has he made with people who weren't willing participants? Even though the official case is run cold, online investigators are still attempting to find out the killer's identity, though nothing is concrete as of now.
She got what I need, yeah, I need some.